Hello, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome you all to today's session, today's interview podcast. And I'm thrilled to introduce our distinguished guest, Mr. Dhairya Patel, a trailblazer in the field of crypto investments and the co founder of Quido, with an illustrious background as a co founder of Quido, where he is simplifying the world of crypto investing. Dhairya brings a unique perspective to our discussion. Dhairya is an alumnus of the Anand Sagar College of Engineering, Bangalore. His extensive experience, including roles as SIXT Research and Development India and Saarthi.ai, coupled with a background in STEM education and global citizenship, highlights his commitment to driving innovation and empowerment. Today, we are fortunate to have him talk to us about his journey and his journey as a co-founder of Quido. And yeah, so let's dive dive deep into the conversation with Dhairya. Welcome again, Dhairya, to Xaphal.
Thank you for such a warm introduction, Chetan.
Welcome. So, Dhairya, could you please tell us about your experience and how all it started, your journey into, crypto investment, and what was the idea behind you coming up with Quido as a platform?
Yes, so my earliest interactions in the field of crypto, right, crypto investing, states around like 2016, 2017, when I was in my first year of college, was actually through my elder sister. She had started investing in crypto around that time, and she, if I remember correctly, she had invested a bit in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that was one of my first interactions with the crypto, and like there is such a asset class where you can invest your money, and it works like a equities market as well. And then came the 2017 boom or the bull run, where Bitcoin and Ethereum's prices surged, followed by the 2018 infamous Bitcoin crash. So around that time, I got more into researching about other projects as well, apart from Bitcoin, Ethereum. So there were Ripple, Cardano, Solana. What actually the use case of particular crypto, right? What problems are they trying to solve? What's these real world use cases? So yeah, I started researching a bit more about that during that time. And around the COVID time, 2020, in my final year, I started actively investing in crypto once I had, a little bit of knowledge to, where to invest, how to invest, and what to invest. And yeah, so that is how it all started for me as a crypto journey, how I got into crypto investing. Coming to how Quido was formed is actually, it's a continuation process. So around 2020, my other co-founder as well, Xaphal, we were investing in crypto around the COVID time, and then came a boom in all the markets. So again, there was again a bull run which came in 2020, right? So seeing that, we saw our portfolios grow, and seeing that our friends, families also, started asking us for advice, like if you want to invest in crypto, how should we do it? What and how should we do it? And we started advising them a little bit to whatever knowledge we had. We do not come from a finance background, but whatever we had, we started telling them about that. And that is when we actually identified a gap in the market. Like there was no particular platform who was like, let's say if you are a new investment, if you want to invest in crypto, but you do not have anyone who tells you. And even we were not qualified enough because we didn't have a finance background, right? We did our own research, and that didn't turn out to be 200% of the time. So that is when we saw this gap in the market, and we thought we should do something to solve it. And after that, we were still working with our previous companies during that time. Then we ran a few market research surveys, like what actually the problems people are facing in investing in crypto. So the result came out to be, there were three major reasons. First one was a lack of like uneducated investing in crypto. Like people didn't have enough time and resources, to spend their efforts into what projects to buy, what not to buy, what is the correct timing. And plus it comes with the second problem, like because crypto was a very volatile, is a very volatile asset. And apart from that, the third one in India was majorly the regulations around it, because it is not clearly regulated, and there were a few things the government, like Honorable Finance Minister, has said about taxation, so that people were a bit skeptical around that. So that's when we actively started, that there needs to be a solution to this particular problem, and that's how we formed Quido, so to address these problems.
Also, while you were, working on bringing a platform like Quido into the market, what kind of challenges did you face?
So building the platform, Quido, right, First of all, the major challenge is, people think, or some of the people think that still buying and selling crypto is illegal, which is not. So, that awareness we had to say that it is not illegal. You just have to pay that taxation. Apart from that, building a platform like Quidos, like because there has been, there were news last year around the FTX, going down, plus a lot of rug pulls and scams happening. So the whole concept of getting Quido and such a platform is what, like, if let's say a customer, right, a new investor wants to come up in and they want to invest. So uh, we we thought of producing a product like Coinchest, which is basically a collection of coins centered around an ideology. So where someone can come, they can just link their exchange account in Quido, and they can directly start investing within just a tap of a button. So now building Quido was like there were a lot of technical challenges, and since this is our first entrepreneurship journey, so around setting up the company as well, building the product, marketing, growth. The biggest challenge which we faced around was getting the proper team around us as well, because we are tech guys. So the team, the trading team, the talent, right, who forms this Coinchest and who share the same ideology which we share. So that was, I think, one of the biggest challenges which we faced. And yeah, so we got to now after cold messaging, emailing, posting job opportunities and stuff, we were finally able to identify the right fit for the team, and we have a good team right now who takes care of those contests.
So, you said something about Coinchest. Could you please tell us more about what is it, and yeah, how do you like yeah, something more about, so that the our audience who doesn't know about, who are hearing it for the first time, would understand what we are talking about.
Correct, correct. I think, sorry, I forgot to clarify that particular term. So Coinchest is basically a collection of coins which is centered around an ideology. For example, let's say we currently have a Coinchest called Evergreen, which is a long-term basket, which is the ideology around it is we currently have one of the few of the largest market cap coins in that. So if you want to invest in long term and you do not want to actively look into it, that is the particular Coinchest you can invest in. So each Coinchest is further categorized, like all the Coinchests are further categorized into three risk categories, which is low risk, medium risk, and high risk. So Coinchest, you can look of it as a collection of coins in which where you can invest in.
And do you work on creating these baskets, or there's someone else, there's a team of experts sitting behind it?
Yes. So currently, I do not work on that. So we have an expert trading team whose background has been in crypto for more than around 4 to 5 years. I think like they are expert crypto traders. What they do is they identify, a lot of effort goes into curating these coin chests, because there are lots and lots of crypto projects out there, and there are lots of scam projects out there as well. Who are just pump and dump projects. We do not want any users to be investing in those. So we have a team formed around that, and they are in charge of whatever happens with the coin chest. They regularly rebalance it according to the market conditions. So that is the work of the team.
Okay. And would you like to share the criteria you follow or the experts follow to create these baskets of crypto coins or crypto tokens?
Correct. So Coinchest basically, it's thoroughly, it's curated based on three things, which is fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and on-chain analysis by the team. And these strategies, whatever are listed, right, are back tested, and every little bit of detailed and research has been done before they are listed on our platform. Fundamental analysis include everything from the news surrounding it, the market, how the coins at the reception it's been receiving. Technical analysis basically means looking at the graph, how the prices have been, what volume is the inflow outflow of token, how many times the token has been traded. On-chain analysis is basically how the funds are being moved for that particular coin on the blockchain. So these are the three major criteria which are looked at when we design a particular basket of coins or a coin chest.
Okay. So anyone, let's suppose someone who has knowledge of investing, how to invest in cryptocurrency, and if they want to create their own baskets, can they do that? Can they do that on your platform? Is it possible?
So currently the users do not have that functionality, to create their own baskets. Currently all the baskets are curated in-house only, but we have received a few user feedback from our community as well, and we would be rolling out this particular like create your own Coinchest feature soon in the coming update, so that user can create their basket and share it amongst their friends as well. Just so that like my basket is performing, like my Coinchest is performing 20% up in 1 month or something, so they can share it with their friends as well. That is a feature which we are looking forward to in the coming updates.
And which platform or what platforms are you associated with right now? In platforms like, are you associated with business, or other platforms are there for crypto coins? So right now, which platform are you associated with? And yeah.
Sure. So just to clarify for the users who have not used Quido yet, so Quido is not a crypto exchange. Quido is a platform where you can get strategies or Coinchest, where to invest and how much you want to invest, and what is an ideal time to invest and exit a particular strategy. So now to invest using Quido, there are something called as crypto exchanges, which you all will be aware of. So Quido is currently associated with an Indian crypto exchange called Binance. So all a user has to do is log into Quido. You can connect exchange button. They can just click on that, and it redirects you to Binance. You just allow it, and then everything can be done through Quido with just one click, buying or selling or rebalancing anything. And currently we are integrated with only one exchange, but we are in works with integrating with Coinbase and Binance in the coming months, and it should be rolled out pretty soon.
That's a great news. Okay, and how do you think it will, um, it will impact the growth of your platform, Quido's growth? How it will impact if you are associated with, let's say, WizRx and other exchanges?
So the more exchanges we get on board, it would be more beneficial for us as well, the users. The main problem of this thing being trust. So let's say if a user is already invested with CoinDCX or Binance, right? Their user trusts that particular exchange with his funds, because the funds stay with that particular exchange in their account, right? So if some like people are not very open to like moving to one exchange to another. Let's say like new and coming exchange, especially what happened after the FTX saga, right? FTX got shut down, so there are few exchanges which are staple in the crypto world, like Coinbase is there, Binance is there, CoinDCX is there, as you mentioned, WazirX is there. So if we are able to tie up, like we will be integrating them one by one on our platform. So once that is done, all the users, currently if you are in a WazirX user, right? You can still invest through Quido. We'll be showing you the manual steps which we need to do. So once we integrate with them, all those manual steps, which is I think 3 or 4 additional steps, this would be reduced in seamlessly investing, streamlining the process of investing. So that would improve the user experience as well, and it would help us also to make it easier for the users. The more the exchanges we get integrated with, the more user base also we can get.
Agree with that. Also, the more users will get, and the more, I think there's some kind of threat to security as well. So, what do you think? How is Quido uh, protecting the uh, personal info, or let's say, helping the security of the users that are there on the platform?
So Quido just requires some minimal details of a user, let's say name, email ID, and phone number, just for verification purpose that it's a legit user and it's not a bot which is not just trying to sign up on the platform. So all this data is stored in our databases using industry standard encryption, and everything is safe and coming. Yeah, so the personal information we just store few of them, and nothing extra that is needed, right? Because everything else is already stored with the crypto exchange. Then it's KYC done, right? So that's also safe on their side. Plus, their funds will be secure. So yeah.
And since you are new to the market, so how are you? How can anyone, suggest any kind of feedback, or how are you communicating with your community, with Quidos community right now?
Correct. So I think last month we launched a Discord and Telegram community. You can join those community within the app as well. And before that, we had a few users, who had used Quido. They used to provide us feedback on LinkedIn as well. They reached out to us through mail and stuff. So that's why we created a community. Now the Discord community is, starting to grow, where they have, they can address their concerns as well. They can directly have a bi-weekly meet with traders, like why this coin is not performing so and so, or Coinchest is, continuously going down, get market updates as well. So, that transparency between the team and the investors is also much needed. We also have a channel called, feature requests. Like if a user wants, let's say you address this, like if someone wants to create their own coin chest, right? They can just put it into that channel, and users can vote based on that which feature they would like to see us build, and which is absolutely necessary for us to proceed as a company. And we take that into account through that platform, and we try to work on that and provide the user with a seamless service.
Okay. About that, are you working on any new feature right now that you would like to tell our audience that they might see in your future?
Yes, so actually Quido is working on a lot of exciting features. I just mentioned two of them currently. So the first one being Coinchest signals. So this particular feature we are, where for each Coinchest we'll be providing enter and exit signals, or you can say buy and sell signals. So let's say there is a list of Coinchests, right? How the market is performing and what coins, how they are moving, right? You will get that this is a correct time to enter into this market. And now, once you are invested, you can also get that you can exit this particular market. You don't have to be invested, for a longer period of time, to actually realize those returns. So with these signals, your risk actually reduces to a shorter period of time. If you don't have to be invested for around 2 years, just to gain 20% or 30%, you can actually get that around in that particular period of time. And by using Coinchest signals, you actually would be able to. Because one of the problems when I was also investing prior, right, before starting Quido, right, was that once you invest in crypto market, and at some point of time there will be a bull run which will be coming, and investors generally, out of greed, they wouldn't pull out their portfolio money or even the investment amount. They're like, okay, my portfolio is now doubled or 1.5 times. It will grow more. And the articles related to it around also in the internet, right? They would suggest, Bitcoin will now reach 1 million or let's say 100,000, 1 million and stuff. That is misleading. So with these Coinchest signals, they would be able to, identify and, not go into that particular role, like going from top to plummet to the bottom. This will help them. Another exciting feature which we are working on is futures based contest. So like futures is someone who might know a bit about trading. They would know it is not as straightforward as investing, but using this futures based contest, you would be able to execute those trades with just a tap of single click as well. Just connect your exchange and you can just do how you do for a normal contest as well. So these are the two features we are most excited about, which are coming up, lined up in our product pipeline.
For example, any college student who does not have much funds to invest in, let's say, cryptocurrency or tokens. So, what kind of advice would you like to give to those people, students, college students?
So actually, what I feel is not the problem with limited funds. It's like as you were trying to say, is financial literacy, right? So basically, financial literacy is very important right through the college days. Our colleges do not give enough importance as of now, but I think it is starting to change. Like people are more aware about financial literacy, personal financing, investing and stuff, especially since the COVID era, and there has been influencers who have been driving them to do so. So yeah, there are a lot of there are a few books and courses, or you can follow a few influencers, to get the basics like how you should start investing and just get manage how to manage your money. Coming to the funds thing, right? So investing in crypto, you can start from as low as 100 rupees. So it's not a very big amount. Like you do not require thousands of rupees, just to start your investment journey. If you just are trying out, right? You can just make an account with any exchange. The minimum investment amount or the minimum funds you need to require it varies depending on exchange to exchange, but it would be from anywhere from 100 to 500 for an Indian exchange. So it's, for if you consider 100, right, it will be a cheaper than a movie ticket as well. So it's not that if you do not require have funds, it's like if they do want to experiment into that, so you can start with even as low as 100 to how much ever you want to. And just dive deep into it and start experimenting. Let's say you invest this much. Then you should look at the numbers, like how much your portfolio grew in terms of percentage, because once your investing ticket size is low, you cannot say, oh, say, so like 100, say it went only to 120. It should be like you realize 20%. You know, imagine you have invested on 1 lakh like later down the line. That would count. So you can start your investing journey from as low as 100 rupees. Even the college students can do that.
And are you what kind of what books would you suggest to someone who is a beginner in the crypto world and who would like to know the know-hows and how to any kind of resources or any books you would like to recommend to a beginner in the crypto world?
So in the crypto world, right? So I coming to the like investing as such. So firstly, you need to have your basics clear about if you want to invest, you know, and what like how do you invest? There is fundamental analysis and technical analysis, right? And then obviously you don't need to go in much depth into that. So there is this for traditional markets, not crypto, but there for traditional markets there is this beautiful resource called Varsity by Zerodha. So that is fully free online, and you know they have talked about it in much depth, like investing as well trading. For an investor, I think there is this book called The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. It's a brilliant book if someone wants to read it. It's a big book, but you don't have to read it in a setting. But yeah, it has a lot of insightful details about that. Then I think there is another book called Mind Over Market by James Delton. That is also a pretty good book. Coming to crypto, right? So crypto, there is this YouTube channel called Crypto Cred, where you know if you just want to go like how you know look at the charts, how crypto works and stuff like that. And there is another this YouTube channel called Whiteboard Crypto. If you want to just know what the use case of other coins are, what particular problem they are trying to solve, what decentralized finance is, and something like that. And lastly, there is another blog called Trading Riot blog, which which has a very extensive source of resources inside it.
Okay. And Dhairya, I would like to know, and I'm sure our audience also would love to know, what sets Quido apart from other platforms that are available, other applications that are available in the market. First, I think
So
Coinchest would be the first feature.
correct. So coming to Coinchest as well, like the other features which I told about, I don't think anyone else is doing that in the market. Coming to Coinchest also, how we are different from other companies or products which are offering a similar kind of solution, let's say basket of funds, right? So first of all, that their rebalancing is actually based on a fixed period of time. Let's say they rebalance their coin check, like they have some different terminology. They really rebalance their basket on a, let's say quarterly or semi-annually, right? On 3 months or 6 months. But crypto being such a volatile market, right? It does not make sense to wait that long. So what Quido does is it rebalances according to the dynamic market conditions. So you might see a rebalance within a week as well or within a month as well. But if the market is low, we won't force you to rebalance your portfolio and give those trading fees or convenience fees to the exchanges as well. So that is where the Coinchest feature differentiates itself from the other competitors as well. And the next set of features which we'll be rolling out are completely different from what currently is available in the market as well.
I think the point that you mentioned that the cryptocurrency market is available and is running 365 days a year and 24 hours a day. Not many people know about it. So could you
Correct.
please tell a little more about it to our audience? It will be really helpful.
So yeah, so actually, like unlike the traditional stock market, right, it starts at 9, ends at 4 or something, and then you have a period, where you can do your research and then wake up the next day and execute the trades which you had planned. Ki, this news has come in, and you'll be doing that. Unlike that, crypto is basically like 24/7, 365 days of the year. So you would have to, like, let's say if you're an investor or a trader as well, right? You would have to sleep at some point. You cannot go, just looking at the graphs 24/7. So you might miss out on a few things when you are asleep. Let's say, for example, lately there had been a ruling in favor of Ripple, right, in the SEC versus XRP lawsuit. And just after hearing that news, Ripple rallied in a matter of 2 to 3 hours to almost double. So what if you were asleep at that time? Again, then Quido also comes in. Like if you, let's say you were invested in a Coinchest which contained people, right? You would either get a push notification or we would also auto rebalance the, uh, what do we say? how to rebalance your portfolio according to the update which our traders suggested based on that particular news. So even while sleeping, you could realize those profits as well. So since it is live 24/7, 365, you don't miss out on something. That's where Quido tries to pitch in and do execute those trades for you.
Okay, so anyone can make money while sleeping as well if they invest in the
Correct.
crypto.
So we will be rolling out that feature in the coming update as well. So if you're sleeping as well, and if you miss out, you look, oh, I missed this big rally, like you are rest assured that Quido did execute those trades on your behalf.
Great, great. I think I'll surely try it. Okay. So so there the crypto industry has faced some regulatory changes lately. Okay, so how does Quido ensure the compliance with relevant regulations, and how do you see the future of crypto regulation affecting your platform?
So crypto currently has, is not deemed illegal by any of the countries, like not by India especially. Like there have been few countries which have banned crypto, containing China as well. So we have not launched to those countries. We are live in around 119 countries at the moment, where crypto operates in a area which is because in India, let's say you have to pay tax on any profit you have realized on crypto, and Quido is also currently registered in India. So current everything what you're buying and selling related to crypto, right? It's valid, and as long as you are paying your taxes according to the guidelines of the particular country you are residing in. For India, you just need to pay 30% tax on the profit, and you're all in the clear as well. Soon enough, there has been a lot of news recently related to the G20 summit, which is leading up, right? As India is penning the keynote on crypto regulations to the G20 nations, and there would be a concrete regulatory thing which they are trying to form, and all the countries, I think, who are part of the G20 group, they would be, coming to a conclusion and forming a policy around it, which would make the investors and the users, more peaceful and less skeptical about investing in cryptocurrencies as well.
I think we can make live the public chat and people can ask any questions if they want to. Um, so I think the public chat is live now. Yeah, it's enabled now. And if anyone has any questions, please put their questions in the chat box, and Dhairya would love to answer them. Okay, so my next question, Dhairya, to you would be like in the traditional investment market, we have SIPs. So do we have something similar in cryptocurrency market? If not, is it available on your platform? Something like
Correct.
that available on
So
your
SIPs, if for someone who does not know the short terminology, systematic investment plan, right? So as in traditional markets, we think that it makes a lot of sense, and that is also where our opinions differentiate from the opinions of our competitors as well, right? On few platforms, they have, you can get the option of doing a crypto SIP, let's say Bitcoin SIP, where every month you would be investing a particular amount of money. And that for us, because the crypto market volatility, right? Since it is volatile, there is a risk associated with it. And if you are investing in crypto, what we try to do is like you need to ride the wave. You don't need to just go from point A to point B over a certain period of time. You can go like this as well, and you can have multiple 3-4 cycles of investing, and it's like, let's say point A is 0, right? And let's say over a month, let's say over a year, like Bitcoin, you started invested 1,000, and after a year you got around 1,500. So you realize 50% profits over a period of 1 year, and you did those SIPs kind of thing. So might not be exactly 50 but 40 or 60, somewhere like that. But if for us, like, all right, the way using those Coinchest signals, you invest when it is down, then you know sell when it's up. Then again it goes down, you are safe from that fall as well. So you can invest multiple those cycles of thing, and that is where Quido differentiates from competitors as well. Like, we do not believe in SIPs. The only projects we feel that can work for long-term investment like SIPs is Bitcoin and Ethereum. Apart from that, every other coin, it does not make sense to do SIPs. You just need to invest according to when the market is right, and quickly get your profits and exit instead of being too greedy, and keep investing, like keep even when the market is at peak, right? Let's say when Bitcoin was at $60,000, it didn't make sense to put another set of money into that particular point of time because it was expected to fall. So SIPs don't make sense to us in the crypto market. Instead, you can have those. You can put your money in for a shorter period of time, and you can realize exponential returns over there rather than SIPs.
So anyone looking for liquidity can invest in crypto because they can, take out money in short term. They don't have to
Correct,
invest.
correct. So even if you do SIPs, right, it's the basic charge is upon you, but we do not suggest that you do an SIP in crypto.
Understood. Okay, so we have okay, so Kanish Negi asks, how do you encourage community engagement among your users, and how do you incorporate user feedback to improve the platform? Thanks, Dhairya, for your excellent insights upon crypto.
So thanks, Kanish, for the question. I think this is what Chetan had also asked in
Yeah.
the question. So we have our Discord community and Telegram community. You can join those through our app. Like once you sign up, you can get an option to join our communities, follow us on our socials. So like if you see on the Discord community, there will be various channels. Like you can have a general discussion, you can have a talk with the traders. There's also a channel called Trade Signals, where the traders will be posting signals for experienced investors, what trades they are executing, not through Quido, just their own personal trades. And you can try to get what insights they are trying to do, how they are executing those trades. Then there is also this bug report channel where you can, if you find a bug, you can just ping us and we'll be improving that. There is also feature request channel, where if you want to see a particular feature live in Quido, you can just put there and, other users can upvote from there and we'll try our best, to get that feature incorporated into the platform as soon as possible. And other suggestions as well. So we have this Discord community, where the users can provide feedback to us and, it works both ways. It's just not, it's not only one way that we'll be just posting announcement. It's an interactive community where you can, your views are welcomed and you can, work together and, build a better product.
Also, I would like to add here something. I think I went through your platform on Product Hunt, and I was reading the comments people were making, and you and your co-founder were replying to those comments. So I'm pretty sure that whatever feedback you get, you definitely apply and reply to the people as well who are in your community. Okay, so next question we have is from Anushka. She asks, given the dynamic nature of the crypto market, how does Quido ensure that its Coinchest remain relevant and continue to align with the changing investment landscape? Nice question.
Yeah, thanks Anushka for the question. So now coming to Coinchest, right? So there are different types of Coinchest. Some of them might be short-term Coinchest, which would be like, let's say, for a few months only. Like if you release a Coinchest on today, let's say XYZ, or some random Ethereum's Coinchest we release, and we get all the altcoins of Ethereum, and we feel that it's only a short-term Coinchest, so we might discontinue it around once we see that it has realized the returns it's supposed to be. If it goes 50% or something, and that was our target returns, right? So we would discontinue that Coinchest, and then we try to bring in new Coinchest around that. And few of them Coinchest, let's say we have currently Evergreen, as I said in the starting of the call, and then there is this called Trendy as well. So Trendy basically is a Coinchest, which is based on all the coins which who have a current narrative in the market. So these keep on rebalancing every bi-weekly, or as I told, right, it's not a fixed period of time based on the news and conditions which we get right from the market and how people are adopting to few coins. These get rebalanced accordingly. And whenever you are invested or you want to invest, you will always have a latest set of coins, which you should invest at that particular point of time. If you are already invested, you will get a notification that the coin chest has been rebalanced. You can, change that particular. You can adjust a portfolio accordingly. And soon we'll be, as I told, soon we'll be adding the feature that automatic portfolio adjustment can be done through Quido as well.
Great. I think Anushka might have got her answer. So next question we have is from Sudesh. He asks, does Quido offer any educational resources to help users grasp the fundamentals of blockchain technology?
Thanks, Sudesh, for the question. So currently, Quido does not have an educational vertical product line. But if you come to Quido, right, each coin in Coinchest, you will find a brief description about what that particular Coinchest is, what ideology it's centered around. For each coin, you will find what's its origin story, what's the use case it's trying to solve, what blockchain it is from, and then there are the two small features you can say that we have the trader sentiment as well, like where it is supposed to go. And now coming to the blockchain part of it, then there is this coin rating framework which we have derived. It's called Turtle, where you can, in short, know that it's a rating out of 100 and it's a grading mechanism system. So you can just see what particular rating a particular coin has. So we do not offer our users, what blockchain is, or what they want to, like, let's say what Bitcoin does on blockchain, or why Ethereum is, like what smart contracts are. So because Quido is aimed for users who want to invest in the crypto, and that is the target audience which we are targeting. So an educational, we do not have any educational related to the fundamentals of blockchain technology. But obviously, if you're more than welcome to put forward your opinions on the Discord community, and we can have a discussion there as well. And if you want to start that, or even a channel where people can discuss the blockchain aspect of the cryptocurrency as well there.
Okay. So you will suggest that people can invest according to the points that any let's say basket or any project has
So
according to that.
I lost you in the middle. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
your
actually,
voice
I was
dropped.
asking, would you suggest anyone to invest according to the points any project or any basket has?
Correct. So basically, if you are investing, we don't like, if let's say we do not force you to invest in any crypto
Yeah,
project, right? But
obviously.
if you have made sure that you want to invest, you can do so based on your risk appetite, that is low, medium, or high. And then you can read about those coins as well, individual coin description, rating as well. And if you feel safe enough or comfortable enough that yeah, this seems good enough for me, and this is the risk which we can take to invest in, you are more than welcome. So we just try to provide such soft features, so that you don't have to waste much of your time
Yeah,
on Google. Should I invest? Be more skeptical about it. Everything for a beginner, if you resources which you need, information you need, can be provided through Google.
okay, okay. Thanks for that. Uh, Sudesh says, wow, that too is so helpful for a beginner. Thanks. Okay. So Sachin asks, how does Quido plan on competing with market giants like Binance?
So thanks, Sachin, for the question. But so we are not a direct competitors to
Yeah.
Binance, as Chetna has already, like we discussed. We can think Binance is more kind of a partnership. So because we are not an exchange where you can buy or sell the cryptocurrencies. So once we are actually in the process of integrating with Binance as well. So once we are integrated with Binance, all the trades and your funds will be with Binance. The strategy part, what, when to invest in, right? That would be taken care by Quido. So it's a partnership of those two. So we are not direct competitors to Binance.
I think Sachin got his answer. He's typing something. Okay. He says understood. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, Sachin.
Do we have any other questions? Anyone who wants to ask any question can put their question in the comment box, the public chat. I cannot see anyone typing. So I personally, explored the Quido platform, and I really like the user interface. It was really intuitive, and I could know where I have to go and where to. Even it was even giving me hints. What do we call it? I'll call it hints. So the platform was very intuitive, and anyone for someone who is beginner in the crypto world will be it will be very easy for him or her to for them to navigate through the entire platform and yeah, get started with it. So thank you so much, Dhairya, for this session.
Thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you, Jetna and Xaphal, for
Thank you so
having me
much,
as well.
Dhairya, again. Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.